Hello, I'm Melissa Ryan. Welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of the traveling videos. I was just talking about how I generally travel alone. I really prefer it that way. But I do appreciate when other people come and shake it up. For a long time when I was traveling, I was just camming online. And it is very isolating, but when I started traveling and stripping in strip clubs, it's like traveling took on a whole completely different dimension. Um, I felt really immersed in the culture. I felt like I got to know the people on a different level. Um, and that's important to me. I, um, I really miss finding out about like the culture before, when I was just staying in resorts or staying for 10 days. When you stay somewhere for 2 months, and you're working there, it's completely different. And now I used to stay in hotels, but now I almost pretty much strictly stay in Airbnb places. So it's like generally I'm living around locals, I'm shopping at supermarkets. It's it's a different way of life, and I'm so grateful to have figured that out as early as I did, because I'm going on, is it like year 4? I think year 4 of straight traveling. Yeah, I'm going on year 4. I'm on year 3 now. But yeah, so I understand it's not super easy for everybody to travel, especially the way that I travel. I know some people wouldn't even want to travel the way I travel. I would recommend it, at least to try, because it's really amazing. But I get that it's not for everybody. I get that it could seem, they make traveling elitist. I know ticket prices aren't cheap. I know hotel prices aren't cheap. The place I'm staying at is pretty cheap, but I searched. And I mean, I make a point to spend the majority of my money on travel tickets, on places where I'm going. That's where the bulk of my money goes. Before I came here, and I'm like fucking stripping, so that's added money anyway. But I had like just under $2,000. And by the time I flew here, got my accommodation sorted for a month, and everything was said and done, I had about $200 to last me it's like 15 days. But things got expensive, and I don't know, it got to the point where I was just eating quinoa. Quinoa and sauteed garlic. Uh, and it's rough. And there's other things. I don't find it like as a lacking of anything, but I don't buy clothes. I don't really have like a bathing suit. I bought a really cheap sports bra and some bikini looking underwear before I came here for like $5 at Marshalls on a gift card that I'd saved from last Christmas. And that's my bathing suit. I've had this shirt since I was 9 years old. I don't spend my money, I want to say stupidly. Like, I'm very conscientious of where I spend my money. I'll tell you where I spend my money. Travel tickets and accommodation is pretty much the forefront. Other than that, I spend a good amount on food because I am eating the best of the best. It's always organic here. I'm only buying local foods, only grown on the islands. But the quinoa is like $20. And they only sell little organic olive oils. That's like $20 too. I smoke weed, my one vice. And like really that's where my money goes. I don't buy like pre-made food. I don't go out for drinks. I don't drink coffee. Like I don't buy that. Like no, nothing. And honestly, I don't have any more extra money to spend. At this point, I'm doing colonics on myself. I bought a colonic kit for $25 before I came here so I'd be able to stay here. I'm colonicing myself in the shower and I love it. But yeah, I don't have a ton of money, but the money that I do have, it goes towards traveling. There's so many benefits that I could lift off, but you really get to understand the world better. Piece by piece, you understand people better. Just interesting and fun. I can't imagine ever not wanting to travel. Right now, where I am in Dominica is like a dream. For a long time, my favorite country has been Switzerland. And Switzerland started when I first started to travel, and I had never been there, and the company chose me to go there, and it just blew me away. Before that, it had been France. That was my favorite country, but then it was Switzerland. And now it's absolutely Dominica. And I love it here, and I extended my trip another month. But I know I'm leaving on the 20th. It really is perfect here. I love being by the rainforest. I'm hiking. Things are generally pretty cheap, so I'm not super stressed about money right now. I was when I first got here. It's fucking scary. But yeah, I'm gonna be spending Christmas. I'm gonna be spending New Year's. I can't fucking wait. But I am looking forward to going because I know that the more you travel, the more places that you'll find, the more surprises you'll find, the more things you'll learn. I always say I'll come back to the country. I don't have a great record of going back to countries because I'm always finding new places to go. If you don't have money to travel, I urge you to save. I know how hard it is because I have been begging my sister to travel, my youngest sister to travel. And I'll pay for everything when she's here. She doesn't buy the ticket, and she doesn't have the money for the ticket. Find some way to get yourself to travel. If you can't go overseas, go state to state. I'm talking to Americans, but wherever you are, explore your surroundings. Go to new places as far as you can, as wide as you can. Focus your thoughts on just expansion. You know, try to manifest travel into your life. Um, because I can't think of anything that just please take my word for it. It's one of the best things I've ever done with my life. And like I said before, it kind of saved me. And writing is the most important thing to me. It really is. I love writing with everything. But travel, it's become a part of me. I can't imagine ever wanting to stop. I mean, if I do, maybe I'll stay in places for longer periods, but there's just so much to explore. It's like I really want to do it all. I get if it's difficult. I grew up in a family who didn't really think it was super important. My mom travels now. She'll travel to see my sister, who still travels. My sister is married now, and she's a kid, and she still travels. She travels all over, and they make it work. And they do have sacrifices, and it can be difficult, but I mean, they're amazing. They really are. 2 weeks after their son was born, I was with them, and we were going on a road trip to Germany. It was just, it was an amazing 2 weeks. It really was, and it was just, I don't know. You think positive, you make changes to be positive, and things will flow your way. They really will. And travel will only bring all the good things quicker to you. It really will. I do want to say before that I remember so clearly what it was like to not be able to have the freedom to travel, the money to travel. But it changed because I wanted it to change, and I made choices for myself that did make it change. And now I travel all year long. My life has completely changed. It's nothing like it how it was before. And I'm so much happier. I really am. I'm a lot happier. You can be too. If you don't like to travel, if you miss having like a home base, 100%. We always have the, cool stories from when you were traveling. And I mean, I have a million, and I don't even like to really throw them in people's faces because I remember what it was like to just wish I could switch spots. Like, it's difficult, I get it. It's humbling to even say. But I remember the feeling extremely vividly. And it doesn't have to last if you don't want it to. So enjoy your night. Take a look at maps on the internet or wherever if you have maps around your house. But I do spend a lot of time just going online and looking at a map and just looking at places. That's how I ended up here. And this place is fucking heaven, it really is. Enjoy your night, guys. Thank you for listening.